What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? It's your buddy Big Johnny G, the two-gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming, and my friends, I am back! What's up, nerds and nerdettes and wee little nerdlings all? What we have here for you today, you thought! What's a Tabletop Takeout Tuesday? That's not quite exactly what it is. Well, it sort of is. It is, like a subclass. Like a sub-genre, a sub-article, a sub-series. Ah, there we go. It is a sub-series that I'm starting for a Tabletop Takeout Tuesday, and this is what we call For 3,000 years, the Lich King has amassed an incalculable amount of treasure, while further advancing his own arcane might. His origins are shrouded in the mists of time, lost forever to history. Some have theorized that he was Merlin's first apprentice, who was turned to the dark forces of the Unseelie court by Morgana Le Fay herself. Others have theorized that he is the first man, a pre-Adamic forerunner to all human life here on Earth. Charles Fort once commented that the Lich King was simply not of this world. Most scholars agree that at some point, approximately 3,000 years ago, the individual who would later become known as the Lich King underwent some horrible arcane transmogrification, which turned him into the nigh-immortal being he is today. But other than that, little is known of the Lich King. The lair of the Lich King has long been a well-guarded secret, where his hidden shrine could be, where he amasses his power and his immeasurable treasure hoard. 2GP-TV has spent every penny we have had and every free moment in tracking this down, and here, the cave systems behind me are what we have recognized to be his lair, and we can safely say, and let you all know, that the lair of the Lich King is at... Thank you so much, everyone, for joining me down here at the table to talk about the Lich King. So this is one of the ally packs that you can get for Red Dragon Inn by Slugfest Games. This comes in the specific pack, Adonis versus the Lich King. Now, one of the things I really like about this game is how every single character is at the same time both familiar and unique. Because every character's deck of cards has cards that have similar effects to everyone else's deck, and they also have a bit of a uniqueness to each of them. In fact, some of the cards that are even similar are unique-ish in the way they're phrased, and slightly the way they may do an effect just a little bit different. Now, the Lich King follows this same pattern, maybe more so to a higher degree than some of the others. And it all starts with the player board. So one of the first things you're going to notice when you look at the Lich King player board is that instead of a 20 fortitude, the Lich King only goes to 13. Now, this is compensated on the right of the player board with the fingers, the bony, skeletal fingers of the undead mage, the Lich King. Some of these fingers have rings on them and some of them don't. These 5 fingers make up the bulk of the Lich King's unique play. The Lich King is able to detach his fingers to ignore the effects that would affect the fortitude, alcohol content, sometimes cards, anytime cards, drink cards, event cards, Also, it can ignore character-specific cards, such as Natalie's debuff and Amundia's scarabs. Fingers used in this way are removed from the player's mat. If it has a gold ring on it, the player gets to add it to his gold collection. Detached fingers act as sometimes cards to ignore effects of other cards. What this means is the fingers may be negated by other players who play cards such as, "I don't think so," "Nope, try again," or, if you want to ignore a drink, "The wench thinks that you should stop playing with your drinks." So, although there's a great deal of power the Lich King player has with these fingers, he's not nigh all-powerful. Other players are able to control the use of his fingers to such a degree by using the cards that will negate the effects of a sometimes card, since that's what his fingers act like. Also keep in mind that if a card says that it cannot be ignored, then the Lich King player cannot use a finger to ignore it. And if a finger is negated, it's gone. It's still used. You do not get the chance to reattach it. Fingers, whether they are attached or detached, can be used as if they were a gold piece. If you've used a finger to ignore an effect of a card, it goes into your gold pile. If it has a ring on it, you can then use it. You can use it to ante up, you can use it to pay other players, but they get it. It doesn't come back to you unless you win it back. So be careful, or other players can literally collect your fingers. The Lich King's deck is 55 cards, and the breakdown is as follows. There are 9 action cards in his deck, with such highlights as Fireball. Pick up to 3 players. The first picked player loses 2 fortitude. Each other picked player loses 1 fortitude. I'm planning our next encounter. Discard your hand and draw 8 cards from your character deck. Then your turn ends. Skip your order a drink phase and your drink phase. And pull my finger. Pick another player. They lose 1 fortitude for each attached finger, up to a maximum of 4. As there are some cards that play up to attached fingers and some cards that play up to detached fingers. There are 6 gambling? I'm in cards. These count as action cards, and gambling cards as well. To start a round of gambling, each player, including you, must ante up. Gotta feed the kitty. Or take control of a round of gambling. We got 6 of these cards. Right here. There are 4 winning hand cards. Take control of a round of gambling. The next card to take control must be a cheating card. I raise your gambling cards. Take control of a round of gambling. Each player, including you, must feed the kitty. Gotta ante up, folks. Speaking of cheating, there are 4 cheating cards that come with the Lich King. What's up your sleeve? Take control of a round of gambling, pick another player, and force them to leave the round of gambling. Look over there, it's Zot and Pookie. Take control of a round of gambling. I need a new hand. Mine appears to have run off. Take control of a round of gambling, draw 3 cards from your character deck. How about we use my knuckle bones? Take control of a round of gambling. And there's more, my friends. The Lich King comes with 2 anytime cards. Tip the wench. Pick a player, they pay 1 gold to the inn. And hold on, there's still a bit of magic in these. If any fingers are detached, gain 2 fortitude. Otherwise, gain 1 fortitude. And the deck also comes with 15 sometimes cards. Some highlights from the sometimes cards. Animate beverage. You may play this after another player reveals a drink with possible chasers. Instead of its usual effects, the drink has the effect, lose 3 fortitude. Any non-drink cards that change the drink's effects still affect it normally. Literally turning it into a little animated monster, a little beast to claw away and hack away at the drinker's face. My grip isn't what it used to be. Reduce all numeric effects of a drink that you are about to drink by 1 for each detached finger. And on the flip side of fingers, talk to the hand. You may play this card when an action, sometimes, or anytime card would affect your fortitude. Reduce all numeric effects on that card by 1 for each attached finger. And then, of course, as every villain deck does, comes with 15 of these boss cards. And highlights from the boss deck include such hits as You're All So Alive. Let's fix that. Each other player loses 1 fortitude. You gain 1 fortitude for each fortitude lost in this way. I can count on one hand the times I've escaped death. Draw X cards and lose X alcohol content, where X is the number of detached fingers up to a maximum of 4. Or gain X fortitude, where X is the number of attached fingers up to a maximum of 4. Then add a detached finger you control to your player mat. Counterspell. Reduce all numeric effects of an action, sometimes or anytime card by 2. If you have 4 or more attached fingers, reduce those effects by 4 instead. You can always tell the difference between the boss deck because it has the dragons in the corner, while as you see the others do not. So thank you very much for joining me with our very first episode of Character Close-Up. Hope you enjoyed it. I hope you found it entertaining and informative. And I want to thank everyone for going over to the Two Gun Pixie Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and taking a look at some of the things we have up over there. Thank you so much. A great big shout out is deserved to everyone that's been going and taking a look at the Two Gun Pixie Zazzle store. Our print-on-demand items, images that have on hats and shirts, mugs, steins, and a bunch of other cool things. So thank you everyone that's gone over and taken a look to see if there's anything there you like. But the biggest gratitude is for everyone that comes here to our YouTube home. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to our channel, for watching our videos, for commenting, and when we're lucky, when any content creator is lucky, you share our videos. Thank you so much, everyone. That is very awesome of you. I'm your buddy Big Johnny G for Two Gun Pixie presents Legendary Gaming. And my friends, I am out of here. We here at 2GP TV have spent every bit of time and money and effort to find this resting place of this incredibly evil and dark and disturbing Lord of the Arcane. Behind me, we have found the cave entrances that lead to his tomb, his hidden shrine. It's right next to the airport.